and welcome to Strategic News International. We have with us today retired Major General Abdur Rashid. General Rashid is with the Institute of Conflict Law Development Studies in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome, General Rashid.
Thank you.
General Rashid is in New Delhi to participate in the Bimstec think tank dialogue on regional security. General Rashid, let me begin by asking you, how can Bimstec countries come together and cooperate on the security front?
The first thing, that formation of the Bimstec or Bay of Bengal countries, it is actually looking for a cooperation for the prosperity and economic development, trade, commerce, connectivity, climate change, everything. Now, if you cannot have a very secure environment in this region, so certainly we will not make any way ahead. So that's why security is important, and this is the first think tank dialogue where everybody is thinking how to actually security, how we can ensure, and a very compact security scheme need to be developed, for which everybody need to act together. And we have been actually brainstorming and trying to find out some way ahead or the strategy how we can go and make this security situation controlled and make the region peaceful.
Talking about security, what about counter-terrorism in particular and radicalization?
Terrorism is a threat to the all civilization, all country. So we have to work together and act together. That's the main thing. How we are going to act together? We have said we are the victim country. Bangladesh is also a victim. India is a victim. Most of the countries of Bay of Bengal countries were the victim of terrorism. Now, to my mind, that we have to bring together our strength and support others and make a cooperation so that no way this radicalization could spread further and make a havoc in this region.
India and Bangladesh have been working together very closely in terms of working on counter-terrorism and extremism. Could you shed some light on the kind of cooperation that has been going on between the two countries?
That's the very thing. I would like to say Bangladesh is a success story of counter-terrorism. To me, the Bangladesh had a generations of terrorism. We had a victim, lot of people died, even including foreigners. So to suppress this or countering this terrorism, actually it was found that our the terrorist outfit, which is known as JMB, they had been doing that, and once they are chased by the Bangladesh, then they actually took the shelter inside India.
Yes.
So Indian cooperation was very important for Bangladesh countering terrorism. So in that case, both the country actually cooperated so effectively, for which Bangladesh could achieve this success and kept the terrorism under control. So that is, I must say that this is a model cooperation. So, and model cooperation connected with a success. So that's I would like to highlight.
India has been very concerned about growing radicalization within Bangladesh. In fact, there is a huge growth, as you said in your session, about seminaries being funded by Sunni Muslim countries in your country. So how is this being tackled by your government?
Indeed, we could control the terrorism, but as you are talking about radicalization, and it is basically spreading a violent ideology in the name of religion. So it is very difficult to control this violent ideology. So here, hard power, soft power is more important than the hard power. So to do that, I think here is we have to make not only security agencies with the population, societies, individual, everybody need to be brought together. And since we are living in a contiguous area of Bay of Bengal countries, they are connected by a single bay. So automatically, I understand that threat has a mobility too. The threat, terrorism threat spawning in one country, it moves to other country very quickly. So there, if we do not, all countries do not act together, certainly you cannot stop this threat mobility. So that's why the Bimstec conference is, that we would like to find some ways to stop the mobility of the terrorist threat to the region.
Do you think that we need some legal frameworks in place to have better curbs on the movement of terrorists, or say once when they're arrested in a particular country, to have them extradited to their home country?
Certainly, that is the actually we need to have some legal structure. And just to cut it short, what I see, the Bangladesh and India actually had some of the legal instruments agreed together and signed some agreement. So this is a model, and using this model, I see we have experienced the success in Bangladesh. So this model could be applied in Bimstec country also, and all those things. I do attach a lot of importance to these instruments.
Now, you see, BIMSTEC was founded on the basis of economic cooperation, and now its mandate appears to have widened much more to security and to the security architecture within the region. So, what about this work for BIMSTEC countries?
First thing I told you in the beginning, that without security you cannot have development, you cannot have trade, you cannot have commerce. All these countries are growing country, Asia's growing country. It is maintaining a good rate of growth. So to maintain the growth, you need to curb you need to maintain a secured environment, means curb terrorism. So that's a very big threat for it's a common threat for all countries. So without security, if you cannot have the development or investment, so one has to look into the security architecture of the region. So that's why BIMSTEC is gradually drawn into the security architecture.
Right. Now Bangladesh is heading for elections next month, and Sheikh Hasina herself, your Prime Minister, has played a very positive role where cooperation between India and Bangladesh is concerned on the security front. Do we hope that this cooperation will continue if a new government is in place in Bangladesh?
The first thing is that the cooperation, I would attach importance on how we are acting each other and building the confidence and trusting each other. So she has actually displayed the trust and confidence and effectively implemented all this security structure, which helped Bangladesh as well as India. So this is a common interest. So automatically a change, because this security environment is also related to the geopolitical equation. So geopolitically, every political party has a different objectives and support or their own strategy. So in that case, change of the regime may need to be viewed very carefully, because Bangladesh, India, both are growing up, and it is a tested one, and we have seen the growth rate is over 7 to 8%. So hopefully to maintain the growth and also the security condition, both the actually it will be decided by the people of Bangladesh. Any comment will be very premature, but still I consider, I think that she is quite popular in Bangladesh as a leader. She has a very good vision, and she attaches importance because she has given the policy of zero tolerance to terrorism, and again no sanctuary for any foreign insurgents within Bangladesh land. So that is the two policies very important for the security of the region as well as India.
And if the BNP returns to power, any chances of that? Now that
I won't comment on that. Premature, I said. Let the people decide, because this is going to influence the election. So I'm rather that is to be tested.
Okay. Thank you so much, General Rashid, for speaking to us.
Thank you.